What's up, everyone? Drunken Phoenix here. Welcome back. So today we're going to go over people talking about insurance and how a lot of people are starting to realize, or always knew, that the whole insurance industry is such a freaking scam. But let's get started.
Okay, I need to know if we're alone in this. I am pretty desperate for some feedback. We are experiencing the health insurance crisis as a family. So as everybody knows, the open enrollment just ended, or is ending like today or something. Our insurance for a small family of 3, a very low insurance plan as well, at marketplace pricing, qualifying for a subsidy, is going from, it was $170 a month, which I'm very thankful that was so low. I'm aware of that was low. It is jumping to $1,000 a month. $1,000 a month for a single income family. We are self-employed. My husband owns his own business, and I, for the most part, stay at home with my son because childcare in Charleston, South Carolina is outrageous. And our insurance is going to be $1,000 a month. And we have another baby on the way, so I don't even want to know what it's going to be once we add him to the insurance plan. So I need to know, are we just doing this? Lots of tears have been shed. This is marketplace pricing, qualifying for a subsidy, $1,000 a month. Are we just saying okay and paying?
I think this is, insane. I'm a big advocate for universal health care. And if not universal health care, at least health care that's just very affordable for people. I think it's ironic that we live in the most wealthiest nation. We all do our fair share in paying taxes and being productive citizens to society. And it's just a shame that you're just one medical emergency from just being in debt for the rest of your life. We're just one car accident away from, having our finances ruined. I think really this is a time, and I think a lot of people in power, a lot of our politicians are starting to kind of catch on with what Americans truly want. That we want affordable health care. We want universal health care. Really, other nations are doing it, and there's no reason why we, the strongest nation in the world, the wealthiest nation in the world, there's no reason why we don't have it.
We just signed off on it last night because baby's due in January, so I need insurance. But I'm literally sick to my stomach. We've cried. I've cried. I'm so sorry for all the families that are going through this as well. And I know that there are bigger issues in the world. I do know that. But I don't even know. I don't know.
Anyone else in the state of North Carolina just get hit with a 38% increase on your homeowner's insurance? Yeah, apparently that's not bad compared to what the state approved 42% premium increases for people living in the state of North Carolina. Y'all, all insurance companies can go fuck right off because this is ass backwards. I am death by taxes and insurance. I spend more money on taxes and insurance than I do any other thing in the entire budget of my entire family. 38% increase in my annual premium for my home, and I haven't had a fucking claim. Those insurance companies can go fuck right off.
Why?
Yeah, insurance companies, like I said, that has been the biggest scam in modern society. It's just, they just increase rates, and then I don't know too much about North Carolina, but I know in Florida, a lot of insurance companies are just abandoning certain people that have certain homes on more vulnerable areas, like on the coast and beaches and stuff like that. It's just, I don't know, it's just really a really sinister industry. I think it's just like you pay them so much money. My biggest thing is the amount of money we pay them, that we have to pay them, and they never have our back if anything hits the fan. And that it's just, what are we paying for?
Insurance company's a scam. I just got off the phone with AAA, and they said if I wanted to get my own insurance for a Tesla, it'd be $840 minimum a month. That and the monthly payment, I was like, I might as well just get an M3. I said, hell no. And then if I were to put it under my parents' name, it'd be only $200, $220. That is just wild to me. We need to get our get back on these insurance companies for scamming all these people, or at least give some money back at the end of the year if nothing happens. Like, this is ridiculous. Comment what's the most you've ever spent a month on insurance.
I am always astounded by the insane positions that insurance companies will take. Here's the one that's got me like crashing out today. So my name's John Graham. I'm an attorney in South Carolina. I help people who've been hurt in car crashes, and specifically in big truck crashes. So if somebody gets hit by like a semi truck or a straight truck or something like that, I help them out. I have a client who comes to a full stop at a red light, does what they're supposed to do, waits for the light to turn green, enters the intersection, and then is involved in a crash with a big straight truck that is coming across from his left, and runs a red light. The straight truck runs a red light. My client runs into the side of the straight truck. It's a pretty big highway, so he's moving. The truck is moving. He's full speed. Boom. All right. And we know that is what happened because the police officer who investigated the crash noticed that this is rare in South Carolina, but there were actually cameras up on the pole. City cameras that captured the crash. And so the officer was able to watch the crash and see the straight truck driver ran a red light. My client had the green light, had the right of way. I talk to the insurance company, and the insurance company tells me we are putting 25% fault on your client. Okay? My client, by the way, goes to the emergency room, goes to the ICU, has very severe injuries. And the insurance company is telling me for every $100 of medical bills your client has incurred, we're only going to offer $75, right? We're putting 25% of the blame on your client. Why? Because he didn't look out enough for somebody running a red light. That's literally, they're saying he failed to keep a proper lookout. He had the last best chance to avoid this crash because he should have known that somebody was going to run that red light. That is the insane position that insurance companies take when you deal with them. It is absurd. It is crazy. And then what will happen is you'll file the lawsuit. You'll get all the way to the jury trial. The insurance company's refusing to pay. They get to the jury trial, and right before trial, they say, "Oh, we're accepting full responsibility, 100% liability. We're not arguing about anything other than causation and damages. We just don't know if your guy was really that badly hurt in this crash, but we're taking full responsibility for the crash." It is infuriating.
Okay, so yeah, you guys heard what that guy said. Like, these companies will go so low to where you can be in a major car crash that leaves you in the hospital, and they will still fight so hard to not give you a proper compensation, or just find some way to say it's your fault, or just find some way to make you a liability for them, even though you're the one paying them all these months, and the one time you need them, they don't want to pay you. That's really disheartening. And these companies just, I don't know, man. I think, we need a major rework of this whole insurance thing, if you ask me.
I want to talk about insurance, specifically car insurance. Somebody help me understand it, right? So I'm paying for this every month because I need it. But yet it's not like I'm adding it to a pot that I get back at any point in my life. But then when I want to go use it, I also have to pay a deductible. And after I use it, I then have to go and pay more every month because I used what I've been paying for every month. Nobody else sees how that's just not making sense.
Today I decided to finally check my mail before I went into work and tell me how I have a piece of mail from my insurance company. My insurance company, by the way, is Liberty Mutual. That's what I've been using for the past 2 or 3 years. On this mailer that they sent out, they said that all premiums, once the renewal happens, are going up 25%. Maybe this is a sign for me to shop around and see what else is out there, but this is absolutely crazy. What I've been telling so many of you guys, it's almost harder to get insurance than actually getting an approval on a car. When you go in to get a car loan, pay stub, run your credit, boom, approval. But for insurance, they want freaking $1,500 down to start a policy, or they need driving history to see if you're capable of being on the road. It's just crazy. Insurance has also been one of my biggest deal killers. Customer loves the car, they agree on payment, we're good to go on all the terms, but then when they go to get an insurance quote, because they're first time drivers, policy's $1,500 due today. You guys may know more than me, but drop in the comments which
Yes, that's a bit. I mean, I hate insurance just as much as the next guy, but I've never heard of stuff like this where they want. Are they really doing this these days? Like, or did I just luck out? But they want $1,500 just up front. If that's what they're really doing these days, that's insane. But yeah, let me know what you all think. Do you guys, what do you guys pay for insurance? Like, do you guys have really crazy rates that you pay every month? Like I said, for me, I lucked out for some. I mean, I don't know if it's because of my driving history or whatever, but I only pay $150 a month for insurance, which is really, really good for me. But I know that's not the case for a lot of people. And yeah, regardless, I think, insurance, whether it's car insurance, house insurance, whatever, I think it is just very much, it's a scam, because I feel like they don't really, I don't, what happens to that money that you're paying all this time? Like, I feel like it should go to a pot just in case you need it. At least some of it should. And then you have to still pay a deductible if something does happen. So yeah, I mean, I think, that whole industry really needs to be reworked. It needs to be more, it needs to help the people that are paying them more. You know what I'm saying? We should not, I don't know. But those are my thoughts. Let me know what you all think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video.